In the universe, Deathworlders toes from hostile, high-gravity, and dangerous planets are often seen as incredibly resilient. One such instance involved an alien scientific research team observing a human, a notorious Deathworlder from Earth, consume a substance known to be highly toxic to most species in the galaxy. The aliens, in sheer panic, expected an immediate, lethal reaction, but to their shock and horror, the human casually stood up, shrugged off the effects, and walked away as if nothing had happened. This event became a topic of intense debate among the scientific community. How could a species withstand something that would incapacitate or even kill most sentient beings? The aliens quickly realized they had underestimated the biological toughness of Deathworlders, particularly humans, whose bodies had evolved under extreme environmental conditions. What was poison to others was merely a nuisance to this Deathworlder. The panic wasn't just about the poison, it was the dawning realization that Deathworlders, particularly humans, were far more formidable than the galaxy had imagined. If they could drink poison and survive, what else were they capable of? The alien scientists, hailing from a peaceful, low-gravity world, had been studying Deathworlders with a mixture of fascination and fear. Humans, in particular, had always intrigued them with their unparalleled adaptability and resilience. To further their understanding, they invited one aboard the research station for a harmless experiment, or so they thought. When the human nonchalantly picked up a flask of xylithin, a chemical considered highly toxic across most species in the galaxy, the alien researchers frowned. Xylithin was known to cause instantaneous organ failure, even in small amounts. The alien scientists scrambled in panic, reaching for medical kits and emergency alarms, expecting the worst. Part 2, walking away unscathed. But instead of collapsing or showing any signs of distress, the human merely raised an eyebrow, took a sip, and calmly placed the flask back on the table. Confused, one of the aliens nervously asked, "Are you all right?" The human grinned, wiping their mouth. "That tastes like a strong drink back home." The scientists were dumbfounded. They immediately initiated tests to check for internal damage, but the results showed no harm had been done. To them, this was a terrifying revelation. Humans could endure substances that would incapacitate almost any other species. The implications were staggering. The human walked away, casually unaffected, while the alien scientists were left to grapple with the unsettling truth. If something so deadly to them was merely strong to a human, what other incredible strengths did this Deathworlder species possess? The fear of the unknown capabilities of humans spread quickly through the scientific community, amplifying their panic and respect. Word of the humans' astounding feat spread rapidly throughout the galaxy, reaching governments, militaries, and other research institutions. The alien scientists, still reeling from their encounter, wrote extensive reports detailing the humans' casual encounter with xylithin. These reports quickly became the most discussed documents in scientific circles, igniting debate and fear. Some species called for stricter regulations when dealing with humans, classifying them as an unpredictable and potentially dangerous force. Others, however, viewed the event with fascination, seeing humans as the ultimate allies, their biological resilience an asset in surviving the galaxy's harshest environments. Meanwhile, the human race, blissfully unaware of the panic they had caused, continued on as usual. They weren't trying to prove anything, they were just living their everyday lives. But for the rest of the galaxy, this simple act of surviving what others could not became a stark reminder of the immense power Deathworlders held. It wasn't just the humans' physical resilience that shook the galaxy, it was their ability to thrive in conditions that would break most beings. In a hushed, newfound respect and fear, many alien species began reconsidering their interactions with humans. The human who drank the poison without a second thought became a symbol of Deathworlders' raw power, sparking awe and caution across the cosmos. The galaxy had learned an important lesson when dealing with Deathworlders, especially humans. Never underestimate their ability to survive even in the face of what seems like certain death. As the galaxy adjusted to the unsettling revelation of human resilience, interspecies relations entered a new phase. Governments across the stars implemented stricter guidelines for interacting with Deathworlders, particularly humans. Trade agreements, diplomatic missions, and scientific exchanges now had to account for the unique biology and unexpected toughness of these beings. Some planets even passed laws banning certain substances from being consumed in the presence of humans, fearful of triggering another Xylithin incident. Meanwhile, military factions grew more cautious. Alien strategists, who had once dismissed humans as lesser threats due to their small numbers and relatively primitive technology, began to rethink their tactics. What other dangers lay hidden within these seemingly benign Deathworlders? If they could shrug off poison, what would they be like in combat? The thought of humans enduring battles and surviving conditions that would annihilate other species left some in fear of what humans could accomplish if pushed too far. But on the flip side, many races recognized the potential for alliance with such a powerful species. Human resilience wasn't just a threat, it was a beacon of strength, and those who sought survival in the harsher parts of the universe now saw humans as ideal partners. Joint exploration missions between humans and other species surged, with humans leading expeditions into the most dangerous environments, where their unique endurance ensured success where others would have failed. The human in question, who had casually walked away from the Xylithin poisoning, became a quiet legend. Though they never sought fame, stories about them grew, painting them as a symbol of humanity's indomitable spirit. Eventually, the phrase Deathworlder tough became a common expression across the galaxy, used to describe anyone or anything that could withstand seemingly insurmountable odds. In the end, the humans' nonchalant action not only changed how the galaxy viewed humans, but also reshaped intergalactic dynamics. While some remained wary, fearing the day humans might unleash their full potential, others saw an opportunity for unity and progress, knowing that in the vast, unpredictable universe, having a Deathworlder by your side might be the best form of protection. In the years that followed the infamous Xylithin incident, the galaxy experienced a profound shift in its balance of power. Humanity, once seen as a relatively minor player in the grand tapestry of intergalactic civilization, found itself in an unexpected position of influence. Alien races that had previously treated humans with indifference or even condescension were now eager to establish diplomatic ties, seeking alliances or even trade agreements to benefit from humanity's unique strengths. With their reputation as indomitable Deathworlders firmly established, humans began to take on more prominent roles in exploration, colonization, and even conflict resolution. They were no longer seen merely as members of a young, emerging species. They were now viewed as invaluable partners who could endure where others faltered. Human diplomats found themselves treated with newfound respect, while human mercenaries and soldiers became highly sought after for their remarkable toughness and ability to adapt to hostile environments. The scientific community, however, remained the most shaken by the implications. Alien researchers continued to study humans with fascination, hoping to unlock the biological secrets behind their resilience. Many believed that understanding human physiology could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, allowing other species to develop similar resistance to toxins or harsh environments. Some even hypothesized that humanity's genetic code could hold the key to evolving their own species, beyond their current limitations. But despite extensive studies, the secret to human durability remained elusive, only deepening the mystery surrounding Deathworlders. As humanity's influence grew, so too did their understanding of their unique position in the galaxy. They began to leverage their newfound respect to forge coalitions with other Deathworlder species from similarly dangerous planets, forming a loose alliance of races who thrived in adversity. Together, they became a force to be reckoned with, offering protection to weaker species in exchange for resources and knowledge. But with this rising power came increased scrutiny. Many peaceful, low-gravity races feared that humanity's ascension could disrupt the fragile balance of power in the galaxy. Would humans, known for their survival instincts and competitive nature, seek to dominate, or would they continue to forge alliances and foster cooperation? The uncertainty led some to view humanity with growing suspicion, while others saw them as essential protectors against the greater dangers lurking in the cosmos. Through it all, humanity remained largely unchanged at its core. While their reputation as Deathworlders grew, they continued to pursue knowledge, exploration, and peace. Now, they did so with the galaxy watching closely. the human who had unwittingly sparked this galactic shift by drinking poison and walking away, remained a quiet figure in history, but their legacy endured as a symbol of how one simple act of survival could reshape the destiny of an entire species. The galaxy had learned to respect the Deathworlders, and humanity, in turn, learned how to wield that respect sometimes as a shield, and sometimes as a sword. As the galaxy gradually accepted humanity's rise, whispers of fear, and curiosity echoed through diplomatic halls, military stations, and research facilities. The question that lingered in everyone's minds: what else are these Deathworlders capable of? The human species had proven their physical resilience, but now, attention shifted to their intellect, adaptability, and what they could achieve when united. The Galactic Council, a body that oversaw peaceful relations between species, soon extended an invitation for humanity to join as full members, an honor reserved for civilizations that had proven themselves valuable contributors to the galaxy's progress. This was humanity's moment to step into the spotlight, not just as survivors of a hostile world, but as innovators, diplomats, and protectors. At the ceremonial gathering, where humanity's induction was to be finalized, the same human who had inadvertently sparked all the commotion was present, quietly observing. They remained a symbol of humanity's indomitable spirit, though their legend had grown beyond their own actions. As the Galactic Council prepared for the grand announcement, the human delivered a speech that would forever change the narrative surrounding the species. We are Deathworlders, yes, but we are not just strong because of the environment we come from or the poisons we can drink. Our strength lies in our ability to connect, to learn, to endure, not just for ourselves, but for the greater good. We don't seek dominance or conquest. We seek to understand the unknown, to protect the fragile, and to forge bonds where others see differences. Their words sent ripples through the assembly. It was clear that humans, with all their resilience, had no desire to rule the galaxy through fear or might, but rather through cooperation and mutual respect. And with that declaration, the galaxy finally realized that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their ability to survive against impossible odds. It was their unwavering will to bring others along with them, to survive together. In the end, humanity's presence in the Galactic Council marked the beginning of a new chapter for both Deathworlders and non-Deathworlders alike. The Deathworlder Alliance became a stabilizing force, a group of species who used their unique strengths to protect others from the galaxy's most dangerous threats. Humans, now respected for their intellect as much as their physical toughness, led explorations into uncharted territories, offering guidance to younger civilizations. And the human who drank the poison, they returned to their life of quiet anonymity, content to let the galaxy remember the lesson they had taught, that survival wasn't about brute strength or unyielding resilience, but about understanding when to stand together in the face of adversity. In the years that followed, humans and their allies transformed the galaxy, proving that Deathworlders weren't just survivors, they were builders of a better future for all. And in the end, it wasn't fear that defined humanity's legacy, it was hope.